We made an Arnold Palmer Mead a year ago. Did it get any better? Welcome to the tasting room, where we drink adult beverages
and judge them.
No, I'm keeping the first part.
Yeah.
Because that's awesome.
Yep.
I'm Brian.
I'm Derica.
And this is our Arnold Palmer, which is going to be difficult for both of us to say for some reason.
That's why my brain...
Yeah, you're already expecting it.
I'm just already like, it's bad.
It came out to 8.4%. It's 1.034 final gravity.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with Arnold Palmers, they are a combination of lemonade and iced tea.
Yep.
We created that profile in a mead form.
I remember it being okay. But you know what? We won't know until we put it in some glasses. And for that, I need...
the pour cam.
I would say that's like a 9.5 out of 10 for clarity.
Yeah.
It does have just the most minute haze.
Infinitesimal haze.
It's barely perceptible.
Barely there.
That's why I say 9.5.
Yeah.
It's even 9.9. It's super close to perfect clarity.
Color-wise, it looks like a mead with a slight tint of tea.
Yeah. What's really cool, though, is there's nothing on the bottom of that bottle. Well,
there's a very slight...
there's a suggestion of sediment in the bottom of that bottle. There's not even really... It's like somebody thought about having sediment in the bottom of that bottle from a mile away. That's how little there is. Smell?
It smells...
It still smells young.
Yeah. You get some of the...
We kind of liked this, though, when we made it.
The mead notes, and I'm definitely getting the lemon on the aroma.
Yeah, lemon comes through. It's not lemon pledge lemon, though. It used to almost have a lemon pledge kind of thing.
And when I swirl it and then smell it...
it improves.
I'm getting some of the tea notes that are reading more tea rather than earthy.
It still does have a weird, almost youngness to it. There's like a harsher, astringent note in there.
Yeah, I think it's the combination, and I don't think it's going to go, I mean, it's been a year, but I don't think, because there's lemon and tea, fermented honey all together, I think that smells just...
I'm not complaining. I am merely pointing it out.
Sure. But if you think about lemon tea and fermented honey...
yeah, going to have some odd...
that's what it smells like.
The synergy on those doesn't seem great, but it kind of does, because lemon and honey go well together, like in tea.
Tea and honey.
And then tea with lemon and honey should go well together. So it should work.
But we won't know until we drink it. Are you getting anything else on the aroma?
I wish I could describe what I'm smelling.
I'm smelling lemon tea and fermented honey.
There's like an extra, almost like a... I get almost lime.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's the extra smell that's making me think youth.
I think that's the lemon paired with like the somewhat bittering of fermented honey.
Yeah.
That's
the best I got.
That's my story.
It's there. Like I had to dig. Yeah, lime, definitely. Now that I'm really focusing on it, I get that. All right. Well, you ready to go in?
I'm ready.
Ooh. Wow.
That's a ride.
That is surprising.
I get honey right up front, but it quickly goes in to the citrusy
lemon candy. Lemon candy.
And then it got me right here. You saw me make the face. It grabbed right there.
This is an example of a powerful flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's the thing. Like you have the balance of flavors, right? You have sweetness, tannins, and acids. And you can have them all at very low levels, and it'll make something feel kind of watery. It'll make something that maybe feels thin and not a lot of flavor. Watery is the best describer of that, but it won't have a lot of flavor. As you turn up each individual component, it's still maintaining balance, but all those flavors are starting to really compound.
And this is a really interesting combination because honey brings the sweetness, lemon brings the acid.
And brightness.
And tea brings the tannins.
Yeah.
So each one of those components should be represented almost equally in here.
Yeah.
Which is rare. Normally you don't want them to be equal.
Now, an interesting note is that tea, when fermented, comes out almost fruity. Like tea wine is kind of fruity after a while. I'm not really getting a lot of that, but I think the lemon is a little like closing out that flavor of the tea. Yeah. But I do get the tannins from the tea.
Yes.
Without a doubt. It's not like a full-on sandpaper effect, but you definitely have some tannic property.
To the mouthfeel, for sure.
There's grip. That's a good way to put it.
I'm thinking a year has done this well.
Oh, yeah. I'm
surprised how predominant the lemon is. It's very...
But it's not overwhelming lemon, because I wouldn't like it. I'm not a huge fan of lemon things, which is weird because I like whiskey sour. So I'll figure that one out. But this doesn't taste overly lemony.
It's definitely there, though.
Yeah. The balance, though, is so beautiful.
The honey comes through not only in flavor, but also in tactile sensation. It's feeling...
Yeah.
It's feeling slightly viscous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a good viscosity.
It's not like
Jell-O.
Well, I was going to say it's not like a cordial or something that's really like syrupy. It's not that at all.
But there's a good viscosity in the mouth. The tannins are really helping along with that too. The acidity of the lemon is working so beautifully with the sweetness of the honey, because this is 1.034. This is relatively sweet.
Yeah.
We probably sweetened it more to make up for the acidity of the lemon.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. That's the whole balance thing. I like this. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to like it.
You mentioned lemon candy.
Yeah.
And I am getting that kind of sensation.
Yeah. Hard candies that are lemon, totally. That's what I'm getting here.
It even, the overall sensation with all the elements together, actually kind of reminds me of the candies they give us at Kulao. This is
there's a Thai restaurant we go to. They give you the candies to cleanse your palate after.
It's kind of fruity, citrusy.
Kind of like this, yeah.
Sweet.
We have no idea what fruit it is. It's a Thai thing. I'm sure, anyway. Now the smell is making a lot more sense too, and it feels much more balanced even in the smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lime that I was describing, after having tasted it, I'm not really getting it in the smell anymore now.
Right. It's coming across more.
Oh, there it is. A little bit.
Of like a slight floral note, I would say.
Yeah.
Between the tea and the honey mixed with the citrus.
Somebody commented that I do tastings wrong because you leave it in your mouth for a long time and I swallow right away, and I'm like, but I don't. It may look like I swallowed, but it's in there until I speak again, usually. So that's how you know. That's how you shut me up. Just put more meat in my mouth, and then I won't speak. But yeah, I don't probably hold it as long as she does, but hold it plenty long enough. We've been doing tastings for decades. This is not new to us. I really like this. Mm-hmm. I am kind of taken back at how good this is.
Yeah, I think it has definitely improved.
Your dad's going to love this.
All right. Well, I have a bottle out there for him. So he can, because he liked the soursop.
Is that what he's been drinking?
So I have a bottle of soursop. And
he liked the soursop.
Yeah. He drank the bottle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you like the soursop, you'll love this. That simple.
So I might have to stop sneaking them out to Dad, because we might want some too. Mm-hmm.
This is way better than expected. I actually think that this on ice would be fantastic. You know what? Let me test that theory. Whoa! That's right. We got thunderstorms going on outside. I don't know if you can hear that or if the noise removal got rid of it. Oh yeah, the audio meter picked it up. But the noise removal that I do will actually remove it.
Boo!
Yeah, I can make it not do that.
There's a word for people who love storms, and I'm forgetting the word.
I don't know.
But I am one of those people.
You know what this looks like in the glass?
It looks like whiskey.
It looks like whiskey. It really does.
All right.
This is okay. This is how I drink mead a lot of the time. I will grab this glass, which her brother gave me. It has, these are actually Icelandic symbols on there, but they look Norse in nature, even though they're actually Icelandic.
Okay.
This is a rocks glass. So I'll put like 2 ice cubes and fill it halfway or 3/4 of the way with mead or wine, whatever I want. And it makes me feel like I'm drinking whiskey instead of actually having to, I don't like wine glasses.
I think it's a combination of runes.
I looked it up.
I think the center glyph is Icelandic and the
Oh,
outside.
it could be. It could be.
There's a.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Whatever. They're Northern Island and European runes. How's that?
So it is a greater area of Scandinavia. I think that's just Denmark, Sweden, and
Norway. I think. I don't know.
Anyway, drink that. Then let me drink it.
Oh. It changes it a lot. It's much more lemon, much more acidic, less sweet. It's nice, but it's drastically different.
I was getting more of the notes separated. So like I was getting more of the honey and more of the tea and more of the lemon. Just
the lemon comes in at first.
Yep.
And then the tannins of the tea,
Yep.
and then honey sweetness at the end. Yeah, you're right. But that's why I'm saying like it's more aggressively lemon.
Okay.
Because it's not.
Because it starts lemon.
It starts out hard lemon.
Sure.
It tastes like a sour.
Yeah.
Like
it tastes nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't let our descriptor fool you. It's actually quite lovely on ice.
Yeah, and the ice is going to dilute it over time too. But that's why I like to put whiskey on ice. I know some people call it sacrilege. I live in frickin' Florida. Okay, it's 95 degrees.
But also, he tends to drink the higher proof whiskeys.
Yeah.
And so, as it is diluted with
The beverage
ice,
changes over time.
it changes the flavor profile and everything. It's really quite
different flavors come out as different things. Yeah, definitely.
Anywho, I think it's time for numbers for this beautiful beverage.
Oh wow! So I'm just going to average my experience together.
I'm gonna try really hard not to drink anymore, so I'm gonna have some of yours instead.
I don't think the bottle's going to last the day. On your screen, you should be seeing our scorecard, which goes from 1 through 11, because that's right, this one goes to 11. What you don't see, though, is the 0 for things that just absolutely suck.
I cleaned the table so it wasn't sticky.
It's from the bottle of stuff that we're drinking right now. I have a problem with sticky things.
Yes.
Don't do sticky.
Anyway, do you have a number?
Let me get one more sip. Yeah, I have a number.
All right.
1, 2, 3,
9.
8.5. I was debating on 9, but at the last second, I thought 8.5 because, well, this is squarely in the great category for me.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
This is fantastic. I think if I was going to have it on ice more, I might want it even sweeter. Or a little bit less lemon. Either way, because that to me would be the balancing.
I couldn't make it a 10 because the lemon is a little bit stronger than the other notes. Mm-hmm. And for me, a true Arnold Palmer should be kind of equal in dignity with the lemonade notes and the iced tea, sweet tea notes in this aspect since we added the honey.
So if we were to redo this, things that we would do differently, I don't know that I want it sweeter.
No, I think I just back down on the lemon.
I'd bump up the tea and back down on the lemon, just like 25% each. A little bit more tea, a little bit less lemon, and I think it would go back into perfect balance. And that's a funny thing. Tasting something at like room temperature versus cold, different things come out and different things recede.
Yep.
And that's just the way it is. And we used to actually do all of our tastings warm and cold. Maybe we could do that again, but it took a lot longer and made everything just take a lot longer. I think just what I did there is fine.
Yeah.
If you'd like to see us do that more often, let me know. I don't guarantee we're going to do it every time because not everything should be cold.
Yeah, it's not all applicable.
But this is like, is it dark? Is it light? Is it clear? Is it not? Where does this one fall?
Yes.
But overall, I think this is really, really good. And I wouldn't change a lot. Like I said, just a little bit more tea, a little bit less lemon. And
I wouldn't want to alter the recipe just like if you were using an equalizer with music. Just a couple of tiny tweaks. And that's how this works.
Yeah. If you find something that you like and you make it over and over again, you're going to make tiny tweaks to it every time until you finally absolutely master that recipe. And that's what we're expecting. We want people to try out what we did, learn from it, and surpass it, do better.
Yeah.
Be better than us.
That's right.
Anyway, make this one. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.
Bye-bye.